Hello and welcome everyone. This is time for another match. This is going to be IMP Alexander versus VM Diablo. You know, both of these guys and both of them used to be very good Shogun 2 players from what I've seen. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm not sure how good they are in Fall of the Samurai, but we are just about to see. So I'm going to take a look at what seems to be Alexander's army first. In the front row, he seemed, well, first things first, he is using a Shogun 2 army, so he's not using a Fall of the Samurai army. But in the front row, he has Long Yashigaru, Yashigaru, and Yashigaru. Behind him, he has even more Yashigaru. And this is a lone sport, so this is very interesting to see someone use a Shogun 2 army for once. On his right flank, he's got 3 Katana Cav. On his left flank, he's got 3 Naginata Warrior Monk Cav and 2 Katana Cav. His general is a leadership general. Now let's see how it doesn't go for him. As for Diablo, he's got a... Not sure what his general is. Yeah, it's a command gen. It's got a command gen. Oh, and there's already an engagement over here. Diablo's Yariki with quite a lot of upgrades is charging against Alexander's Cav. It's gonna slow him down while he gets some good shots off into the Cav. This Vermilion Bird Force got off a lot of the shots into the Katana Cav, and this Vermilion Bird Force is gonna do the same. Interesting how Alexander opted for some early cavalry action. And same thing's going on this side. He's gonna be able to do quite a lot of damage to this white bear, probably even routed, but his Katana Cav is now down a lot of men. It's going through with his Katana Cav, so he... I don't know, this is gonna be pretty hard for Diablo to hold, it seems, but on this side it seems that he's routed the Katana Cav. Yashigaru are coming in right now in loose formation so that they take as few casualties as possible.
Our general is in grave danger.
And now Alexander's rushing into this Vermilion Bird Force with his Naginata Warrior Monk Cav. On this side it seems like Alexander has his Katana Cav in this Vermilion Bird Force unit. It's probably gonna end up losing all of these units, but it's gonna hold them off for at least a long time. Now it looks like Alexander's pulling through over here through this black bear, and he might go get his general. Even Alexander's avatar is coming in. But the Monk Cav's out of the picture right now. Long Yashigaru are gonna go in melee though. He's probably gonna win it against this Force. Actually, he's running away with his Long Yashigaru. I don't know why. Oh, now he's gonna rush in. However, this Imperial Guard infantry is really holding its own and has managed to... It's probably gonna rout this Yashigaru. There's no other Yashigaru around. So he can probably turn around these units once they're done fighting and shoot them, but Alexander notices this and he's gonna pull in his Yashigaru to attack the Imperial Guard infantry. And the general of Diablo is not in good shape at all now. seems like Alexander managed to kill Diablo's general, his own general. And now Yari Yashigaru coming around to take out the Imperial Guard infantry of Diablo. And this White Bear infantry is going to be losing to the Walker Raiders and Yari Yashigaru. Yashigaru going to win against these remaining bird force as well. And it seems like Diablo only has this White Bear infantry unit. This is going to be a victory for Alexander. Nice tactics showed by both players here, but Alexander did a very nice rush, I must say. We're gonna go into game 2 and see if Alexander can win another to seal the series, finish the series off with a 2-0 victory, or if Diablo can pull this one off and go to a third game. Let's see what's gonna happen. Alright, so we have here Alexander with, again, very rush army with just one lone sword, but the rest of his melee are Yari Yashigaru. And then he also has a lot of cav. Something like, I don't know how much cav he's got. Clan of cav, and I'm gonna warrior monk cav, and I'm gonna warrior monk cav, clan of cav, and I'm gonna warrior monk cav. Has very minimal upgrades on his cav, which is interesting. Especially the katana cav. And he's got this Walker Raider over here that's going through the trees. Diablo seems to have set up a nice defensive position here with Armstrong. Not Armstrong guns, he has Gatling guns. Now this is something that's very interesting, but I wouldn't call them very efficient. Let's see if Diablo can pull it off with Gatling guns. Certainly respect to him for bringing Gatling guns. Looks like the Walker Raiders have been seen and they're gonna get charged by the Yari of Diablo. Looks like Diablo is gonna give up the Sword Dojo and the workshop, which is gonna help out Alexander a lot since he has all that cav and melee infantry. Here the Gallingans already firing, but as you can see they're not really doing a lot of, they're not really killing enough because their accuracy is just so poor. Guess they would be far better when it comes to close range. Interesting to see them fire though, but let's stop looking at the Gatling guns for now and take a look at this cav engagement that didn't end very well for Diablo. He did do a lot of damage to the Walkos, but his cav got routed. Now this Imperial Guard infantry is gonna see what it can do against the cav of Alexander. Alexander is rushing his cav through in wedge formation. This is pretty interesting. And he's going around all the way to see if he can go in from the back with his cav from all sides. That is exactly what you want to do as a Shogun 2 army. You want to use and exploit your numbers. And here he goes in with his Yari Yashigaru into the Royal Marines. That's going to tie him up. And with the Katana Cavalry, that's probably going to end it for the Royal Marines. They do have quite a lot of melee attack though, but still. And this Katana Cav is going to chop down the Imperial Guard infantry. Good move by Diablo here to stop them though. I mean, to have this line infantry here to keep shooting the katana cav. However, it looks like Diablo's front line is going to be collapsing soon to Yashigaru and Longswords. It's Vermilion Bird Force over here as well. As for the Black Bears, they got charged by a lot of cav here. Diablo has pure levy though, and they're going to be able to catch the cav, but they've already done quite a lot of damage to Diablo.
Our men are running.
Looks like Alexander's units are cheering, already believing that they've won the battle. Now this is just going to be a blob which actually favors Alexander, since it has melee units. Diablo's units aren't going to fare too well in melee. Now this Imperial Guard infantry is going to get charged by Yashigaru and Walk Raiders. These two units are very heavily damaged, but they're probably going to be enough to take out the Imperial Guard infantry. And it looks like the Spear Levy routed off the field. Alexander only has very few units on the field, and there they all go. Looks like, sorry, I mean Diablo has very few units on the field, not Alexander, if I said Alexander. Anyway, good game to both players. Very interesting tactics shown here by Alexander to win with the Shogun 2 army against the Samurai army. Very interesting. He circled Diablo pretty well and used his cav very efficiently. He followed them through the back, and that was pretty successful, as you were able to see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next match.